thank you to Horizon Hobby for supporting this video. Hey guys, welcome back to Experimental RC. Today we're going to be doing an awesome review for an awesome airplane. This is the UMX Eflite Ultrix. It's probably going to be the most fun I'm ever going to have with an RC plane, I believe. It is UMX, so that means it's really tiny. It's going to be really agile, really fast performance airplane, which I really like. You can also take it for a slow cruise flight. But yeah, this is going to be awesome. Hopefully you guys can stick around. We're going to do a build, or unboxing, of course, unboxing. And then we're going to do a quick little build. It's going to take, I hope you guys can stick around for this part of the video. It's going to take anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. I know it's a pretty good bit of time, but hopefully you guys can stick and stay with the build. And then we're going to go a quick little setup with the good old DX9. And hopefully we get out and fly. It's around probably 5, 6 o'clock. Sunset's around 7. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so let's go and do the unboxing. Of course, in Horizon Hobby fashion, the packaging is going to be great. Go ahead and pull out this little foam. So everything you need is this little foam plate, so you can go ahead and put the box at the side. You don't need anything else in the box. But it is going to be good to keep that in the future, so if you want to store it, it won't get damaged or anything like that. Because you still can take the fins on and off. That's going to be the build portion of it. But you'll see that in a second. So let's go ahead and hit the tape off the top. And you got this nice little foam plate that holds everything in tight. Let's get that foam out. And then you got the manual. Definitely want to stick with this, hold on to this. I like to keep all my manuals. I know that sounds really crazy, but it is good, so in case in the future you want to go back and do something, test something, fix something, you have the manual. You can also look it up online if you want to, but I just like having the manual just to read right there if I need it. Here's the airplane. Now, one really cool thing about this airplane that I already see, and I've done a little bit of research about it already, and that is that it's made out of a different type of foam. So it's made out of EPP foam. EPP foam is a really nice and durable foam, especially it's weird to have this in a UMX plane, but it's a good weird, so that means it's not really going to break unless you pretty much go full throttle on the cement or like a wall really fast, just normal braking. So you don't want to go full throttle to a wall and expect it to be perfectly fine, but it is going to take up a little bit more beating than some other airplanes. Now this plane does come bind and fly only, but when you do purchase it, you can get it. You can get the battery and charger and transmitter that you'll need to fly it while you're already on the side as well. Here's what you get in a little package. You get in the little baggie. You get 2 fins, or vertical stabilizers. You get like a little landing skid that you can put at the bottom of the airplane if you are landing on hard surfaces. You don't want the front to get scraped up. And also, it is good if you do like little crash landings. It will protect your front just a little bit if you come down hard. So it's just like a little metal, kind of like a hook, but it's backwards. It's not going to hook anything. It's just going to skid against the ground. Then you get your 2 vertical stabilizers, of course, and then actually 2 extra props. So you already have props pre-installed. Now these props do spin inwards. So from the top, they're spinning inwards to the frame. And just spinning them, I can already tell there's some kind of really cool motors. They are brushless motors. Finally, I mean not finally, I mean Horizon Hobby and Eflites came out with already a lot of UMX airplanes that are brushless, but this one's actually 1S brushless, which is, I believe, the first time it's came out 1S brushless, which is really cool. So you have your little motors right there, 2 motors. The cool thing about this is you have individual ESCs inside of the aircraft, which provide differential thrust. So this is a 6-channel aircraft. 6 channels if you have the optional LEDs at the bottom, because this does come, it does not come with an LED kit. You can purchase it for an extra $19.99 on Horizon Hobby website, but it's definitely just pretty much a no-brainer if you want to fly at night, late afternoons. If you work really late, let's say you work really late, you want to get a flight in, this is really cool to have those LEDs. Now the bottom has this little hatch right here, which I believe it looks taped. No, it's not taped. Okay, it's not taped. It's just really shiny. I'm not used to anything this shiny. So you open it up. At the bottom, you have your little JST connector where your battery slides in, which this is the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and unpackage the battery, go ahead and plug it up for a charge. So this right here is the Spectrum battery. It is like branded under Smart, but it is not a Smart battery. It only has 2 leads coming out, positive and negative. Let's go ahead and break this little package open. All right. Oh. All right. Now you do not need this exact battery. In fact, a while back, actually a long time ago, I purchased a helicopter, like a UMX helicopter, or I think it was an MCPX, I believe, and it came with this little battery. Now, if you have some of these, this right here would work perfect. It just slides into the battery slot up there, and then you plug it in JST. But you make sure it is a JST connector. Now, if you have a UMX plane in the past, most likely it's not going to have a JST connector. It's going to have a weird connector. You have to have a weird charger. That's a good thing about this airplane. JST, a lot of chargers these days have JST. If not, you can get a little, like a dongle to plug up to your charger, and you'll be able to run JST and charge it. So you have your little flight controller down here. Your ESCs are all on this board. Your receiver, everything's in this board, which is all in compact. And as I said earlier, each motor has its own individual ESC to provide differential thrust. So you can do cool flat spins, and it also acts as your rudder. So let's go ahead and put this little thing back on. Let's hear this magnet action. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's do it again. Oh, that ain't going nowhere. Okay, so it's really, really tight in there, really nice. Now, here's your vertical stabilizer. So this is the build process. This is what I told you. It's going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully you can stick with me. So you simply make sure they're facing outwards. So pretty much the little red line, or the decals facing to the outside. And you're simply going to want to slide that in. Okay, we're halfway done through the build. Okay, and we're completely done through the build. Hopefully you guys stuck around. So now there's a little landing hook, or not landing hook, landing skid. I'm not going to put it in right now, but if you were, you just would stick this right here, and it just slide in right there, and then you have like a little hook. I don't know why I keep calling it a hook. It looks like a hook so much, but it's not. It is a landing skid, and if you did come at somebody, it's not going to stab them in the face because it's facing backwards, so if you did hit somebody, it's just going to rub off, but definitely don't go hitting anybody, because you could risk hitting with his little blades. I mean, it's not going to cause much harm, but if you do hit him in the eye, that would cause some problems. So yeah, really fun little airplane, really nice looking airplane as well. It's really tiny. Now I'm gonna go and pull this little landing skid out right there, and I'm just gonna put it in the little baggie of extra props. Keep these extra props, you're probably gonna need them really, really soon, like me. But yeah, awesome cool thing about this, another cool thing, is that the props just slide in, so you don't need no tools or anything to take the prop off. Probably a little prop removal tool. If you have a tiny whip, you're most likely going to have a prop removal tool, because that lets you like not break your motors when you're taking the prop off. Now, the foam. They said they had a lot of big discussion about, is this foam, like the foam's tough, things like that. So I want to show you guys an airplane that I had with the old foam. I believe it's called EPS foam. Let me get it real quick. Alright, so this right here is a UMX Stearman. They do not make this anymore, I believe. As you can see, it's a little messed up around the motor right here. Now, the only reason I don't fly it or never done a review about it is because, first of all, something happened and one of my friends just dropped something on it and crushed it. So, in result, since this foam, I'm just going to hold it about a wingtip. I'm not going to hold, this is really irresponsible. Don't ever do this with an airplane. But look how flimsy it is. See? That's not like the natural strength. It's broken around there, but I mean, it's not the best foam. But these planes like UMX, they have to build them out of foam like this because they have to be really, really light. They use these brushed motors. I mean, they are a lot more heavier, less power, so you need that extra lightweight airplane. So, problem with this is I found a little bit of issues, like trying to reglue it. Hot glue burned right through it, which I don't even know I tried it. I tried some kind of form of glue, I forgot the name of it, it just ate a hole through it. So yeah, these planes are a little bit more finicky, but on the other hand, this plane, just look at the thickness between this wing and this wing. I mean, like it's a no-brainer. I mean, look at it. The thickness of the wings, this is, let's do actually, so, the thickness of this wing right here. So it's the same thickness all the way down. So I'm just doing this right here. That is 12.5 millimeters. Right here, 10 millimeters. Right here, let's do this for the airplane. It is 3 millimeters. I'm not moving it, look. 3 millimeters. This is 12 millimeters. And that's not even just the thickness. It's mostly that this is different foam. So it's gonna work and be so much stronger than any other UMX airplane that they've ever made, I believe. So yeah, also has these nice little red scheme right here, which I really like red, the color red, so it's really nice. And I'm sure a lot of people, if they don't like this color, they could just literally take these stickers off. And if you ever got something like the Xver or, you know, like come with so many stickers, you could just do whatever you want. So if you don't like the scheme, these stickers can come off relatively easily, and you could just do whatever you want on it. Make a little scheme because it's like a white canvas if you take everything off. But you can't take the Horizon Hobby sticker off because I mean it's awesome. So yeah, also another feature that I like is that it has this awesome little air duct right here. And it's relatively big for an airplane like this, but it's good. It cools everything down. The cool thing about this is I found this out. The bottom, and this is really not the best thing to talk about, but the bottom, this is not a sticker. This is painted on there. I mean, this is paint on there. It's not a sticker or decal. This black at the bottom is painted on there, which is cool. And then you got the same thing on the top, but it's a sticker. So you can take it off if you do not like it, but I don't know why you wouldn't like it. So yeah. Also, you can see right here your little antenna for your receiver. And speaking of the receiver actually has telemetry in here. It's kind of sounds crazy, but it does have telemetry inside the aircraft. So while you're flying, you can get, it's not a lot of telemetry, it's just your voltage, but that's really nice. Especially with these small airplanes, when you hit LVC or low voltage cutoff, your motors pulse, and if you're really far away, you're probably not going to hear that, and because it's a really quiet airplane. So that telemetry feature really does help. So actually, the only way you'll be able to fly this aircraft is if you have a DSM-X or a DSM-2 style radio. So that's pretty much any spectrum radio. You're going to want a minimum of 5 channels. That is if you want to control your safe right there and your AS3X. So pretty much what safe is, it helps you fly the airplane if you're getting into the hobby. And AS3X helps you fight the wind. If there's some wind like knocking you along, it's just going to take that hit for you and let you have a smooth flight. So that's really cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and plug this battery up, and I'll be back with you soon. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the binding and things like that. So, as I said, I already had a battery from the past. These right here, these 500 milliamp. Now, this plane is recommended 500 milliamp, I believe 3 to 500 milliamp. But the battery that they sell, that you can get for this, actually is a 800 milliamp. So you're going to get really good flight times. I believe on a 500 milliamp, you can get anywhere from about, you can get 8 minutes, probably really pushing it, like throttle-wise and things like that. You can get anywhere from like 12 to 15 minutes if you really roll back on the throttle. So we're simply going to go to the system setup, and we're going to go to model select, scroll all the way down to add a new model, create. It's going to be loud. All right. I'm not gonna do really anything right now except for quickly go to model type. You want an airplane? Yes. Oh, it's already in model type. And we're gonna go back. And we're gonna, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and click the back button. Just go to
volume 50.
To your home screen, click the back button, and you can just scroll this wheel and change your volume. So I'm just gonna turn the volume all the way down, and click it again to set your volume. I'm gonna do 0 volume, so it's really good for you guys. Oh, we might need English. Binding procedure. All right, this is why it's not have a manual. All right. Not connected. Okay, depending on your transmitter, either power off or ensure our signal is off. Okay. Connect the flight battery to the aircraft. Alright. Let's go and read ahead of that so I know what I'm doing. LED will begin flashing slowly, and then turn the aircraft upside down until the LED does a slow blue flash, indicating the Ultrix is in bind mode. Hold bind and turn on the transmitter. Walk a little bit away. And it's binded, so DSMX wants to do all things this time. Yep. So it's already preset mixing, which is really nice. You don't have to do anything else. So just normal and everything else. Alright, so go ahead and turn it off. Let's power cycle it. So turn it off. Turn it back on. Let's actually slide this battery in here. That little slot. It's a nice little slot down here. Even if something happened to this, you could actually still fly it without this if you needed to. If something happened. But I don't think it's ever going to fly off because the magnets are like ridiculous in this thing. Alright. We're going to go and turn it on. Flip it over. Lay it down level. We should have everything initialized. So this is what I mean by it's gonna be really loud. Actually, let me put the landing skid on. So as you can see, you hear it. That's not a problem. That's actually good for you to hear that little noise. That's actually the AS3X already kicking in, helping you fly the airplane. So I'm putting the landing skid in right now just to show you guys, so it be level, so it won't be doing all that noise. So I'm gonna give a little bit of throttle and watch me move the rudder stick. So that's differential thrust for you right there. So when you turn left, what happens is the right motor speeds up, left motor turns off, making it turn left, and vice versa. So let's go ahead and check our control surfaces. So when you pull back on the stick, both control surfaces should go up. When you push down, they both should go down. When you turn right, your right aileron or right elevon should go up. Vice versa, left elevon should go up. So that's already pretty much done right there. Now what we're gonna do is it in safe? Yes, it is in safe. Is it in my? Watch my switches be already assigned. That would be really nice. Yep, it already is. Now that's kind of cool, guys. So I didn't do anything. This is a ready preset model. So as you can see, let's turn the light off real quick. Alright, so as you can see, it's red, right? If I flip this switch, it's going to turn blue. So that's safe. So if you look to the aircraft and I turn this, as you can see, this went up, that one goes down. That's telling the airplane to level off. Now, watch if I flip safe off. They go back to center. They turn red. Red's like beast mode, experience mode, pro mode. You need to know what you're doing. Now, it's a lot of deflection actually already on there, so I'm gonna keep that deflection. So yeah, let's go out and fly it. I haven't done anything, I haven't set any expo or anything like that. To be honest, I will be personally completely truthful. I never do anything like that. I don't set expo, I don't do none of that. I just fly out of the box. That's actually how I've got a lot of my planes flying really nice. I don't even do anything to them. Just trim them out, and if they fly straight, they fly straight. Alright, so let's go ahead and head out. Got the battery charged inside of it. Let's go ahead and head out real quick, fly it around, do a quick little maiden, and see what happens. Alright. Alright, we're outside with the UMX Ultrix by Eflite. Now, I've flown it about twice already. Went to go do a review yesterday, and outside, it started raining, so I had to stop. So, I also done an extra thing. I cut a little hole here, put my Answer 360 Go right there, so I can get some video for you guys while it's flying. So let's go ahead and power it up. So because it is a safe airplane, you're going to want to go ahead and, of course, turn your transmitter first like always. And then you're going to go ahead and turn on the aircraft and then lay it level on the ground for everything to calibrate. Alright. Yep. Alright, and it is on. A little test. So I have it, so when I put the switch forward, it is unsafe. So that means when I pick it up, it is trying to push it down to level it off. So let's go and do a quick little takeoff. This is not in safe. Alright, so First of all, as soon as you take off, you can definitely tell it is a really quiet airplane. It does have 2 motors, but it is also really powerful because it is on 2 brushless motors, so that means it is powerful. But it still runs off a 1S battery, so which is really nice. So of course it has a little bit of weight on it, so you're gonna have to fly with a little bit more throttle, but it still flies. It's still really powerful. Now you cannot do any hovers when the camera is on there because it is a little bit more heavier. But I mean, the camera weighs like, if you just hold them side by side, they weigh really close together for the airframe and the camera. Now as you can see, I'm in safe right now. And look how tight of an area I'm flying it at, and it's still leveling it off for me. Take it over there, turn. Now I'll go full aileron. That's not even full aileron. Look how tight of a turn it's doing. So even if you are inexperienced, you can still fly this in a really small area. Now, let's turn left. And now we're gonna go full elevator, full throttle. And as you can see, what happens is, it does not actually flip like a pitch flip, like it does not go up. It's off a 1S battery, so which is really nice. So let's go ahead and land it. Oh wait, okay, clear. We'll take it off in non-safe mode. All right. So we're gonna get up a little bit in altitude, and we're gonna go ahead and flip it on safe. Let's do a full. That's a full left turn right now. Full right turn. It's really like agile. So 3, 2, 1, I'm just gonna let everything. That's what it flies like with not even touching it. I haven't done anything to safe as well. Just a little bit of up trim. So if it is going left and right, that is just the airplane. So that's it right there. It's beautiful. Let's go ahead and get it into some high alpha. Now this is with the camera on it. So that's cool. Right. A little bit of elevator and a little bit of throttle. It's flying in a really tight area for its size of airplane. Now let's play with the cat real quick. I was playing with him earlier with it, so he really likes it apparently. Let's get a little lower. And he's scared of it now. Alright, so yeah, so as you can see, depending on your skill level, you can fly it pretty much, I don't want to say anywhere, but you could fly it inside your house if you did know how to hover really good. But it is a bit windy today, so. But of course, the wind does not affect your regular flying. It mostly just affects you hovering, because that's like a really precise thing to do. But just to show you guys, there is enough throttle to hover. Look, that's half throttle, and then this is full throttle, but I want to invert it, of course. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring it back around. Let's bring it inverted a little bit closer to the ground. Let's take around this tree, and then we'll come back for a landing. This airplane, using the Spectrum battery, the 800 milliamp. I'm getting really long flight times. I'm actually going to fly a little bit more after this video. But yeah, make sure to enjoy it. Really pick one up. Fun little airplane, really light. You can put it pretty much anywhere. I could even probably fit this in my backpack for school, and I'm not going to fly to school. That's really irresponsible. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos and content. I have the link in the description for the battery, the plane, my transmitter, even some cheaper transmitters if you are getting to the hobby. And yeah, enjoy flying. Bye guys.